All right, friends and neighbors, this is the last video that I'm going to be able to record of a group ride in Pluvius here. We're at the Buffalo Farm right now, getting ready to head out. We're at mile 29 of the trail and gonna head down to Francis. Hope you enjoy the video. This is the last that we're going to see of the trail in a very rugged state down here before the construction project starts in just a couple of weeks from the time of this recording. I am simultaneously excited for the construction and sad that the wild nature of the trail out here is in its final days. Overall, the construction is going to be awesome because you're going to be able to have a lot of folks that can't currently enjoy this area. They'll be able to come out here and feel comfortable going down what I think is probably the most beautiful area on the trail. On today's ride, we have a group of about 14 of us that have joined for what I call the last wild Pluvius ride. As you can see, there are a couple small areas here where it turns to almost single track, very light double track, but pretty much single track in a little bit of this. Up on your left here. In the winter and springtime, this is pretty much mud, so it'll be good to see this get a shot of gravel through here. Off to the left here just so I can pass these folks safely. Popping up on the left. Coming up on the left. On your left. And I'm going to stay to the left here. Coming up on the left. And I'll wait for a good area to cross to go back up over. Right here is going to be it. Good trail etiquette means that you stay to the right, except when you're passing, when possible. About 20 miles an hour. Slowed down just a little bit right after I said that onto the branch. The bike I'm riding is the Priority Gemini Smart Shift Gravel with 40C tires. And as you can see here, they're doing pretty well. Got a tubeless setup going, so feels pretty comfy, and I'm able to air them down a little bit more than I normally would anything that was tubed. Coming up here to a gate. I'll have to be super careful crossing this. I'll probably dismount. Yeah, either dismount or just walk it across somehow. Oh, we got an area here. Yep, dismounting and walking. Just want to be super safe through here. And there'll be another gate right up here. This road that we're crossing right here is Weyerhaeuser land. It's the access road to all the Weyerhaeuser land on the other side of the trail. As such, that's a private road. And as I always preach, stay off of private property unless you have permission from the property owner or any and all applicable permits. I'll pop down through here again. And this area here is where it starts to get really wild and wonderful. Natural stopping point. There we go. All right. There'll be some areas here where I'll have to find a good line that feels good and doesn't take me over a bunch of rocks. So the whole stay to the right in some areas here may not necessarily apply just because of the shape that the trail is in out here. Obviously, but I'm going to enjoy this while I can and not think about that. Areas I have to choose a little bit of a different line, pop up just a little bit from that rocky area because there's a few jagged ones that stick up. If you have a mountain bike, this section's awesome. Like I said earlier, I'm on 40C tires. That's about the minimum I would recommend out here. Seeing some bear scat in some different areas. It doesn't look fresh though, but I do know that there are bear and deer and everything back here, as this area still is relatively wild and not often touched by humans. Right here we're starting to make our major curve back toward Highway 6, but we're not going to meet up with Highway 6. We're going to go under it, and you'll see just ahead what that's going to look like. Doesn't mean that I'm going to try to go over briars. There's Z-Dog popping back up. You heading back?
No, not yet. I'll turn around.
Okay, cool. He's a glutton for punishment. There's Highway 6 just right there. We're on a north bearing right now, and now we're going to start heading west. And right here is one of two bridges that were rebuilt. I should say the decking was overlaid on old trestles in late 2023. And the other one's coming up right up here. Probably about another quarter-ish to half mile, if that. We're just riding on bare earth now. Up there, don't know if I'm going to catch them, but it's a tantalizing thought. into the area that's going to take us down toward Elk Prairie and the Swiss Hall area. Hope that y'all enjoyed that. That's my favorite area of the trail back there. Like I said, it's going to get a new shot of gravel. Simultaneously sad and excited, but I'm going to let excitement win out because it means more people get to enjoy it, and that can only be a good thing. Yeah, actually 4 riders up here. 5. Oh, it's beautiful.